The cell cycle, or cell division cycle, is the series of events that takes place in a cell leading to its division and duplication. In cells without a nucleus, or prokaryotic cells, the cell cycle occurs via a process termed binary fission. In cells with a nucleus, also known as eukaryotic cells, the cell cycle can be divided in two brief periods: interphase, which during the cell grows, accumulates nutrients needed for mitosis, and duplicates its DNA, and the mitosis phase, during which the cell splits itself into two distinct cells, often called daughter cells. The cell cycle is a vital process by which a single cell fertilized egg develops into a mature organism, as well as the process by which hair, skin, blood cells, and some internal organs are renewed.
Mitosis is the phase of the cell cycle where chromosomes in the nucleus are evenly divided between two cells. When the cell division process is complete, two daughter cells with identical genetic material are produced. Before a dividing cell enters mitosis, it undergoes a period of growth called interphase. About 90% of a cell's time in a normal cell cycle may be spent in interphase.
Cell division happens in 5 major phases. The first phase is interphase. This is where chromosomes are loosely gathered in the nucleus and replicate into two sister chromatids. Next comes mitosis. The first stage in mitosis is prophase. This is where chromosomes coil up and nuclear membrane begins to disassemble. The next stage in mitosis is metaphase. This is where microtubule fibers attach to the sister chromatids at opposite ends of the chromosome. Next comes anaphase. This is where microtubules shorten and sister chromatids are pulled to opposite ends of the cell. The last phase is telophase. This is where identical sets of chromosomes reach each end of the pole. This then leads into cytokinesis, where two nuclei become separated into daughter cells.
Meiosis is a process where a single cell divides twice to produce 4 cells containing half the original amount of genetic information. During meiosis, one cell divides twice to form 4 daughter cells. These 4 daughter cells only have half the number of chromosomes of the parent cell. Meiosis can be divided into 9 stages. These are divided between the first time the cell divides and the second time the cell divides.
No matter what is going on in the world around you, one of the most amazing aspects of life is occurring right inside your body: cell division. There are many reasons why cell division occurs and why it is so important. One reason for cell division is to replace old or dead cells. When cells die or become damaged, the other cells nearby are able to recognize this. The way that works is that prior to the cell needing to be replaced, healthy cells transmit signals to the other cells around them. Therefore, if a person experiences a cut or a gash, killing cells off, this creates a gap and cells are able to recognize that due to the lack of signal transmissions. From there, cells divide to fill that gap and ultimately repair the wound. Another reason for cell division is to promote growth. Organisms grow and develop by increasing the number of cells within their body. When a multicellular organism is in its early stages of development, cells divide at an accelerated rate to increase the size of the organism. Cells then continue to divide to increase organism size until the organism reaches adulthood. A final reason that cells divide is when they become too big. If a cell becomes too large, it regulates itself through division. The reason for this is because there is in fact an optimum size for cells. One of the main reasons why cells can't exceed a certain size is because the surface area to volume ratio becomes inefficient. When that occurs, it makes transport and other necessary and crucial cell processes become unmanageable.
To conclude, the cell cycle is a repeating sequence of growth and division through which cells pass each generation. The cells are divided into phases, and each phase has its own specific function, which is vital for new cells to be formed. The cell cycle is important to not only our existence, but the existence of every living organism in our environment.